My nephew cried because people said he looked like me. After school exams wrapped, I headed to my older sister's house for the holidays, a tradition I cherished, not just because I love my niece and nephew, but because her husband owns a black G-Wagon, a vehicle so shiny, so sleek, so absurdly majestic that even parking it felt like a power move. As a responsible uncle, I volunteered for school drop-offs and pickups, not out of the kindness of my heart, but because that gave me a glorious 2-hour window every weekday to parade through the city like a crypto king living off NFT money. I'd cruise the streets of LA like I had sponsorship deals waiting at every corner. I took mirror selfies, posted them to my story like they weren't filtered within an inch of their life, and sometimes gave cute girls a lift just to feel extra important. Fantasy unlocked. Life was good. Until one afternoon, I picked the twins up from school as usual, but this time, my nephew, normally a live wire full of absurd questions and conspiracy theories about Power Rangers, was quiet. He stared out the window like life had handed him a heartbreak soundtrack. His sister, cheerfully demolishing her ice cream cone in the back seat, completely unbothered. I figured maybe he was hungry or tired, so I pulled into his favorite spot, bought him chocolate ice cream and pizza, double comfort. His sister dove in. He didn't touch his. When we got home, I set them up with cartoons while I snuck off to message one of the girls I'd given a ride to earlier. I was mid-text when my niece knocked on the door and casually announced, "He's crying again." Uncle duties activated. I expected bullying, a bad grade, something school-related. I even mentally queued up a motivational speech, complete with kung fu moves his mom once taught me, moves that had failed me in real fights. But hey, it's the intent that counts. I found him alone, curled up, tears pouring like he'd just watched a sad movie on repeat. Real tears, no drama, just sadness. I knelt beside him, soft voice, big heart energy. "Talk to me, buddy. You can trust me. What happened?" He wiped his nose with his sleeve, sniffled, and whispered, "My classmates insulted me." Now we're getting somewhere, I thought. I asked gently, "What did they say?" He looked at me, really looked at me, then said, "They said I look like you." I stopped breathing. For a solid second, my soul left my body and hovered above the scene like, did he really just say that? Before I could respond, I heard giggling. I turned, and there was his twin sister, standing in the doorway, ice cream in hand, eyes twinkling with joy. I asked, "How is looking like me an insult?" Still laughing, she replied, "Because you're ugly." She said it with the brutal honesty only a child can deliver. I've posted confident selfies, angled my jaw in every lighting combo possible, and thought I looked pretty good. But when a kid calls you ugly, there's no comeback. It hits different. It hits true. I didn't even fight it. I just walked over, took her ice cream right out of her hand, and said, "You'll get this back when I'm handsome again." Now both kids were crying. So I walked to my room, locked the door, sat on the bed, and cried too. We all just cried that day, for different reasons.